How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Garry's Mod video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the one and only Dying Light Grappling Hook mod. So I know it seems like I did die there, but I promise you I did not because, well, I had my trusty grappling hook with me. Now this mod is going to be very similar to a lot of mods that we've seen in the past, like the Spider-Man mod, but the problem with those mods is they're janky as hell, and this one is absolutely not. In fact, this is the least janky swing/grappling hook mod that I've ever used in Garry's mod, and that is why I think it deserves its own video. Pretty much, I mean, it's pretty simple. You have a grappling hook, and apparently it's one from Dying Light 2, but the thing that's so cool about it is it's going to be the camera shake and the animation as well as just the feel of the mod itself. Now, what is the feel? Because that's kind of a weird thing to say. Well, for one, as you shoot the hook out, you're going to see that it does kind of create a long rope, kind of like, well, the Spider-Man mod and many others. Although you're going to notice that as you jump and move, the camera tilts slightly, and that gives it kind of a more dynamic, angular feel to it. And this does a lot to make you feel like you're really swinging on a rope and not just some elongated stick that has a rope texture on it. Now, getting the actual swing mechanics down is something very hard to do in Source, I've noticed, but this feels pretty good. Right when it does attach, it does maintain your momentum, realistically, and the swing feels like a swing should, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed. You're not gonna be doing any crazy stuff like you can with, well, the Spider-Man and many other mods, but this is going to be the most realistic feeling rope mod that I have ever seen in Garry's mod, and that I think is something that's pretty cool. I also noticed that the distance that you can swing from is pretty damn generous, although it is not infinite, so you ain't gonna be swinging across towers like 1,000 feet away. But here on a map like Big City, you're gonna be able to do some pretty cool stuff, like obviously right here. As you can see, that momentum is maintained, and you can really just swing through the city, kind of like, well, a certain webbed hero that we all love. Now, there is limits to what you can do. Again, you can't do any, like, super crazy stuff, but definitely, if you put in some practice, you can do some cool things, and one of the main features of this mod is that you die if you hit the ground. Just kidding. One of the main features is that there is a special camera view swinging from side to side, and that's what we saw earlier, where the camera does kind of shift. Obviously, swinging back and forth doesn't really change a whole lot, but side to side, as you can see, the camera does kind of like tilt. And like I said previously, that does do a lot, plus the hand animations look really good. But something else that's really cool about this mod is it does support C hands. Now, what the hell does that mean? Well, it means that if you were to change, well, player model, you're going to notice that the hands are going to change depending on the player model that you have selected. And that is always a great addition because some weapons in Garry's mod do have, well, default hands, and sometimes they can look a little bit ugly. Plus, it's not really all that immersive. It's good to see your character's hands with whatever weapon that you're using. Alright, so we know it works, and it's a really cool mod. It's really simple though too, which is why this is of course a mini mod showcase, which I don't really do that slide anymore, but I'll do it for this one because I mentioned it. Alright, so a thought came to me. What if we were to do this on a parkour map? And what if we were to mix it in with the Dishonored parkour abilities? Alright, so here we are. Now, I do understand that having to pull out a grappling hook, which is a sweat by the way, well, it does kind of make things a bit annoying, but it could be extremely useful in a map like this, where we do have the Dishonored powers, where we can do the double jump, and the vaulting of course, but these structures here we simply cannot reach with these abilities because we do not get the, well, wall running ability. However, now we can do this. And I will admit, it's not the most practical way to get around because you could easily like break your legs. But the easy way to avoid that is just use the rope last second and you'll break your fall. Now, unfortunately, if you end up falling too short, well, you're pretty much screwed. Alright, so here is a case where this could come in handy. Now, obviously, you could just double jump past this, but as you can see there, we did take some damage, so that's not ideal. So instead, we're gonna jump twice, shoot the rope up, and what do you know? We made it to the other side. Now, thankfully, if you're just a little bit shy of where you're trying to reach, the good news is that this rope, it kind of has like a bit of a jump at the end. For instance, right here, as you can see, I mean, we're kind of in trouble here, although the rope, wait, I just realized the rope slowly raises you up I can't believe I didn't realize that before, but hey, now we can easily get on this. Alright, now what about the other way? Well, once again, the rope is going to come into handy, although this got in the way. Alright, but what about this? Can we shoot the rope onto this and make it over there? We are going to need to use both double jumps for this. And look at that, with absolute ease. We did take a bit of damage, but that's bound to happen. Alright, you guys get the gist of it. It's a really cool and fun mod. I did try to use this on enemies, because I think that you could do something like that in Dying Light 2. Unfortunately, it came to no avail. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about this mod down below. It is a really fun mod to use, definitely better to use than to watch. So I'll put all the links down below like usual. Guys, thank you all so much for watching this. Sorry it's been so long since I've done a video. I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things, but I can't wait to be doing daily uploads again. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching and farewell.